What's going on, everybody? You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. In today's video, we're going to talk about the rumors surrounding Andrew Thomas, as it might seem like a contract extension is coming soon. We're going to break that down and maybe how much money the big fella could get paid. And then Pro Football Focus said there was one player the Giants should go out and sign, and he would be a perfect fit. We're going to break that player down. And then USA Today threw a shot at Giants fans. Said we're the worst fan base in the NFL. I got some words for USA Today. But first, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. The summer's here. July is here. It's the dog days of the NFL offseason. But we are going to continue to put out videos almost every single day on the latest news and rumors. And we are getting closer and closer to 30. Kate's Bleacher Report listed Thomas on their all-underpaid team for the 2023 NFL season. The Giants, they did pick up that fifth-year option for Andrew Thomas, and they are going to try to work out a long-term deal sooner rather than later. I wouldn't be shocked if it happened before the season, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he played this season on that end of his rookie contract. This is what Bleacher Report had to say about number 78. They said Thomas has improved markedly in each of his first three seasons with Big Blue and should be in line for a raise as the league's 32nd highest paid tackle. What would it cost, though, to give Andrew Thomas a contract extension? This is what the top guys are earning at his position. Laremy Tunsil comes in at number one, $25 million per year. His was a recent deal, so I'm sure Andrew Thomas and his agent want to compete with that offer. Trent Williams, who is going to be a Hall of Famer in this league one day, he's coming in at $23 million. Then David Bakhtiari right there below him. It's kind of funny, 23.01 for Trent Williams and 23.0 for Bakhtiari. That's just agent work and PR work right there, trying to say, we want to be the top guy. And then you see kind of a little bit of a dip. You go from 23 to 19.75 with Ronnie Stanley, Jake Matthews, then Kolton Miller at 18, and then everybody else kind of jumbled along with Cam Robinson, DJ Humphries, Garett Bolles, and Orlando Brown. If you're Andrew Thomas and if you're his agent, you're trying to get paid as the highest paid tackle in the National Football League. He's young, he's talented, and he's going to be getting a bag. So get paid, big fella, get paid. He's going to be getting a real big sack coming up soon. Will Thomas become the highest paid left tackle with the new deal? That's probably what he's going to be asking for, and I'm not mad at that whatsoever. I think he's a top 3 tackle in the NFL, and his agent is going to be pushing for it. What do you think? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Whatever the Giants have to do, whatever they have to pay him, just get it done. And I want Andrew Thomas to utter these words that Eli Manning uttered in his retirement press conference. Once a Giant, always a Giant, and only a Giant. I don't want to see Andrew Thomas play for any other organization in the National Football League. I want him to be a New York Giant forever. I want him to retire a Giant. I want to see number 78 in the Ring of Honor. He has become an elite player in the NFL. I thought he had the best season as a left tackle last year. 2022 PFF grades for Andrew, 89.1 overall. His run blocking came in at 80 flat, pass blocking 88.8, allowed just 3 sacks and only 2 penalties. He is protecting the blind side of Daniel Jones. And what's funny is when you look at Daniel Jones's numbers when Andrew Thomas is in and when he is out, had a couple of injuries before in his past couple of years, Daniel Jones is so much better when he's got Andrew Thomas blocking for him. And he needs to be on this team for the foreseeable future, and I think he will be. He will hold down that left tackle spot on this O-line depth chart. And I want Andrew Thomas to continue to be a great football player, but I also want him to maybe take Evan Neal under his wing a little bit more. Obviously, he was a mentor to him, and he probably helped him out a lot. But I want Thomas to take that responsibility as the captain of this team, a face of the organization, and the best O-lineman in the NFL to take the young fella, Evan Neal, who struggled in his rookie year out of Alabama, and teach him how to be great. Because as we know, Andrew Thomas struggled in his rookie season. Can he help Evan Neal become one of the best tackles like he is in the NFL? That's something I'm going to be keeping my eyes on in the 2023 season. Topic number 2 in today's show, Pro Football Focus suggested the Giants as a good fit for the free agent pass rusher of Yannick Ngakoue. We have talked about it time and time again on this program, that the Giants need to add another body, another talented individual to this D-line, and somebody that can get after the quarterback. We'll show you that depth chart in a second. They need to become deeper at that position. This is what PFF had to say about Ngakoue and his potential fit with Big Blue. They said that Ngakoue's underlying metrics in 2022 were concerning, with his 9.5 sacks this past season well above the expectation of a player with his pass rush win rate and pressure rate. That being said, he's registered at least 8 sacks in every season of his 7-year career and was a more menacing pass rusher on a per-snap basis from 2017 to 2021. Ngakoue also makes perfect sense in a defensive line unit under defensive coordinator Don Wink Martindale that is all about rotating linemen and a platoon approach, so he can be a designated pass rusher alongside the young duo of Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeaux. I've been saying it. I would love for the Giants to go out and get a veteran pass rusher. We've talked about Yannick Ngakoue. We've talked about Robert Quinn. We've talked about Justin Houston. We've talked about every single available pass rusher that is out there. The Giants need to add one. And Yannick might be the best one that is still available. We talked about it, 9.5 sacks this past year, 10 sacks with the Raiders the year before that, 8 sacks the year before that, and 8 sacks the year before that. Hasn't had less than 8 sacks in the last 4 seasons, and the Giants could use another player that is an NFL caliber edge rusher, because outside of Kayvon Thibodeaux and outside of Azeez Ojulari, you don't have another proven NFL talent that can consistently get after the quarterback. Oshane Ximines, I like the guy. I like the player. He's not my first edge rusher I want coming off the bench. Ryder Anderson, he's supposedly bulked up to 300 pounds. He's going to be playing on the interior defensive line. Jihad Ward, more of an interior guy as well. And Timon Fox, he was an undrafted free agent last year, so you don't really have anybody unless you think Ellerson Smith is finally going to burst out and be the guy that we all thought he was when he was drafted in the mid-rounds a couple of years ago. They need somebody else to get after the passer, and because injuries are a thing. We'd be lying if we said that everybody that played on the Giants this year was going to stay healthy. That's just not the way things work out in the NFL. So some insurance and an infusion of talent to this D-line depth chart I think could help the Giants out in the long term. Would you want New York, though, to sign Yannick Ngakoue? Do you think they need another edge rusher? Or do you want to see Ryder Anderson and Timon Fox, Jihad Ward, and Oshane Ximines be that third pass rusher? What do you think? Type S for sign, type P for pass. I wanted to close today's show getting some off my chest. I was scrolling on Twitter earlier today, and USA Today came out with an article where they were tiering all NFL fan bases, and they tiered the Giants as a bottom team. USA Today is an absolute joke. How can you say Giants fans are some of the worst fans in the National Football League? I can think of 29. Check that. I can think of 31 other fan bases that are worse than the New York Giants. It's a joke. USA Today is a joke. You should be embarrassed of yourselves. And there's a reason you have to put a paywall on your site. This is what USA Today, though, said. They said Giants and Jets fans who think all the universe revolves around you, only Cowboys fans are bigger front runners. What a joke this is. I would be embarrassed if I had to work for USA Today and they were putting out articles like this. The Giants were legitimately one of the worst teams in the NFL since they won their last Super Bowl, and Giants fans showed up every single game. They traveled. They're one of the best well-traveled fan bases in the NFL. They sell out MetLife. What are you talking about? It's a joke, and that's why USA Today blows. If you think, though, that the Giants have the best fans in the NFL, hit that thumbs up icon. Who's with me? You guys, myself, I'm a Giants fan. You're a Giants fan. We the best. Shout out to DJ Khaled. Hit that thumbs up icon if you think we got the best fan base in the NFL. As always, thank you, and I appreciate you guys for rocking and rolling with us here on New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you later.